Okay. Now, I want to talk about my, what am I going to call that? Doing the turtle or, I don't know. So I was going to talk about how I'm like, even breathing right now. Because after Christopher died, I have my best friend. She was going to come out here. She lives in Oregon, and she was going to come down here and be with me when after all this dust had settled, because she knew, she was right, that after some time people kind of forget, or they figure you're fine because, you know, whatever, get over it. So anyway, she was going to come down here. First she was going to come to Christopher's little celebration thing that his dad had, which was lovely, and his dad has been awesome. And his wife Desiree too. They've been beyond awesome, but I'll get into that later. So I feel like I should talk about how I am getting through this without, because I don't know how I'm getting through this, honestly. For the first like 3 months, I could barely cry. I spoke at his celebration and I didn't even shed a tear. It was the most bizarre thing. Not at all. But my friend Tracey had died, I think, by that point. No, she was in the hospital and knew she was going to die. So just 55 days after Christopher died, my best friend died. And that sucked. Because she was like my best friend, like the one you'd send like the stupid raunchy memes to, and the ones that have the lot of word fuck in them, and the stupid ones that would offend like everyone else but never offended us because we had that same kind of, you know, messed up sense of humor. And she knew Christopher. I mean, I knew her. Oh my goodness. We met when we worked at Nordstrom when we were like 19 and 20. I married Christopher's dad when I was 20 years old. And if you can believe that. And yeah, then got right away, I got pregnant. And then I had a miscarriage. And then, of course, once again, my mom's encouraging me, telling me that I should, you know, I can wait 3 months and then I can go ahead and try again for a baby. Instead of me thinking, you know, it's probably the universe's way of telling me that, you know, slow down, girl, and figure out what you want for your life before you go trying to shape a young mind, which you know you're not like really into right now anyway. But I didn't know what to do except for just to do what I was told. So anyway, we weren't really trying to have a kid. We weren't just, we knew, this is how naive, you know, we were. We knew at some point we wanted to have kids. We just figured whatever. I mean, that was the most stupid way to have a kid. Just because we had picked the names when, you know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, did not mean that we should actually have a child. I just thought it was something I was going to dress, I swear. I just thought it was going to be it. And no idea what the hell I was doing. And that's where my mom, of course, like, you know, let me know and basically took over. There's so many stories to that one. I was supposed to get back to me. How I'm doing this, I don't know. So I had my first counseling appointment, and I thought this would be a good way to see the difference, or like see the, hopefully the growth and improvement, and like not quite the fragility that I feel now. I feel really fragile because Now I have to tell them. Then I had to put my dog down. Just like a month later. It was a really shitty couple 4 months. I did lose my job twice in those, 2 different jobs in those times. Not related to Christopher's death or anything, just concert circumstances. But, all right. I think that I want to do this so maybe other people will not feel like quite as lonely, because I have to say I feel really lonely. Admittedly, I don't seek out help. I didn't seek out help until it finally was like, people are like, you've got to get some help. And to me, if I were to do that, it would be admitting that my kid was gone. And I didn't want to admit that. Who wants to admit that? That's a crappy thing to have to admit. I don't want to be in this club. Just let me out of it. It's not where I want to be. So, I don't know if this is going to help. But it can't hurt. Or maybe it can. But, yeah, isn't it beautiful? So beautiful. I love them so much. Okay. All right, that's good for that. All right, we're good. Okay. I've got to get that stupid title thing, because this is not a good way to turn it off. Okay.